Today's daf is Mestech L'Sayta Daf Tesayin. We are 5 lines from the top, basically the middle of the line by the dot. The Gemara says Iboiluhu. So the Gemara declares a shayla Iboiluhu. The Gemara wants to know: is it mutter to put? The Gemara just finished speaking about it. You put the kohen puts the mayim, and the klini puts offer on the mayim. So the Gemara wants to know Iboiluhu. Ain't sham offer if he doesn't have offer. So ma'al sheyitin afer. Is he allowed to put ashes instead of offer? So Zak Gemara, what's a shayla? Aliba de Beis Shammai, according to Shitas Beis Shammai, loy teboylecha. There is no suffix. If it would help, why the Amri loy matzina efer shakari offer? Because we say that you don't find in the Torah afer ash that's called offer. It's a different thing. Afer and there's offer. And you need to have offer for a saita, and that's why afer will be possible. According to Beis Shammai. But Zak Gemara, what will be the suffix? I'll leave it to Beis Hillel. The Amri, because Beis Hillel says, Matzinu Efer Shakari offer. Beis Hillel says that you find Efer that's called offer. So Ibizoi Mai, what will be the Din Basaita? Do you say Afagav the Ikri offer, even though Efer is called offer, Mikol Makoim, Lamaisa, By Saita, Hacha, Makarka, Mishkan? So it says it has to be from it has to come from the Karka and Mishkan. It has to come from the ground over there. So it's Mash Mamish offer Mamish. So maybe you could say that they will come to Ma'id Efer. Dilma, do you say Hai B'Karka Mishkan? This is what the pasuk says. When the offer Sheber Karka Mishkan, it's not coming to Ma'id Efer. Just look at the Isi ben Yehuda. It's come to tell you Isi ben Yehuda what? Called the Isi ben Menachem, or for the drush of Isi ben Menachem that we had before with the Asi. So Ibazoi Efer, according to Beis Hillel, according to this time, would be kosher for Saita. So that's a shayla. Gemara wants to know, does Efer work or not? Talk to Gemara that you can't. I'm sorry. So Talk to Gemara Tashma. I'll bring you a ride. The Amar Rabbi Yochanan, Mishmar B'Shmal. So Gemara wants to bring a ride because Rabbi Yochanan says in the name of Rabbi Shmuel, B'Shloisha Mekayimos Halacha Oikeves Mikra. Rabbi Yochanan in the name of Shmuel says there are 3 places that a halacha l'moshe Sinai is oiker, uproots the pasuk. So what's the first one? The gabi kisei hadam. When you cover the dam after shchita, there's a halacha of kisei hadam. So Torah says that somebody shechs a chay or a oif, you have to cover the dam. Dafka ba'afar, like it says in the pasuk, vayikra perikazai pasuk gimel. The halacha, however, the halacha l'moshe Sinai is oiker the pasuk, and it says that you cover it b'chol davar. That's one place. Anything that grows, it says you cover. That's what Halacha Moshe Sinai says. What's the second place? The Gabi Isser Nazir by Geluach Seir. It says Torah Amra B'tar. Torah says B'tar by Middle Parak Vav Pasuk Hey. The Halacha and the Halacha Moshe Sinai comes along and says that you chayiv b'chol davar. Anything you hear, Nazir causes here with the chayiv. What's the third place? Like the Gemara Gabi Get. Torah Amra that somebody's begarish's wife is dafgal sefer. He has to write it, which is a klaf, Doran Parak of Dal Pasuk Al. The halacha is oiker the pasuk and says that b'chol davar you can write again on anything, even on a leaf of a zayis or anything else like that. It's kosher. So the frekti Gemara of Im Isa that Efer is kosher fashka asaita. So lichshiv nami hai there Mishmol says 3 things that says halacha Sinai is oiker what it says in the pasuk. So let him include also ashka asaita, because the Torah says that you put offer and halacha is being oikered and saying that is machsher even with Efer. So why did Yochanan Mishmal count it? So like the Gemara, no, it can't be mechiach that Efer is possible to from this fact, and Mishmal didn't count it. Why? Because I could tell you a ton of a shire. Mishmal did not count all the dinim of halachas akaris mikra. Rather, he left out some of them, and he left out the din that Efer is kosher by Saita. Maybe it is kosher. So frekti Gemara, my shir the high shir. What you have to leave out a few things. You can't just say you leave out one zach. You have to leave out another thing. So what else did he leave out? What else did Shmuel leave out? So the Gemara Shir Mitzayra, he left out Taglachas Shniya of Mitzayra. Because the Mitzayra needs to have Taglachas on the first day of his Tahira, and then another Taglachas on the 7th day. So the first Taglachas, it says in Vayikra Paragidal Pasuk Ches Vigilachas Kol Sa'aray. It's mashma that his whole guf, he has to shave his whole guf. He has to cut his whole guf. And so too the din of Taglachas Shniya is also mashma like that. The Tanya We learned in the Brayso, so the pasuk says in Vayikra Parak Yudal pasuk Tes V'Hayu B'Yom Hashviyi Galach Kol Sa'arai Klal. So that's a klal. I should cut all here. And it says, his beard, his eyebrows is a prat, so it's specifying different things. That's Mitzvah has cut off. And it says, and then it says after that, you should cut off all his hairs, a chazav a klal. So what do we say? We dash in klal, prat a klal, iata don, elakena prat. So Ibizoy got Mitzvah say, ma prat befurish, saris roisha is a kona in gaboisav, which is makam kinas seir. Vinira, and also these areas are seen. You see the person's eyebrows and beard. Af kol, so you say also you can marba all makaimis, which makam kinasei vinira, that he has a mitzvah has a chiyuv geluach. So my Rabbi, what's it come to marba kena prat? Rabbi Sarah Reglaim, come to marba. Here that's on the legs. My meat, what's coming to mayit? Miyit the beis hashechi. The underarms are not megula and it's not neres. It's come to Yemayda. The dekule gufe. And what about Zakti Gemara? I'm sorry, Zakti Gemara. The dekule gufe and also the here on the all guf. You don't have to be megaleach. So it's mashma tagalach shnia. You see that you don't have to be megaleach the whole guf. The hochs of megaleach chedalas halacha. However, the halacha Meshach says that not like the pasuk that it's mashma that you don't have to cut the hair on the whole guf. Rather, he has to cut all the hair on his whole body. That should be smooth like a dalas. The Tanan, because it was learned in the Mishnah Perek Gedal, Mishnah Bey is in Negam. If the kohen comes lahake, if it's a mitzvah to cut the hair on the mitzvah, mavitar kol basari, he puts it on his whole body. Uktani seifa, the silagabi taglach hashni, however, abayim hashni megacha taglach hashni, kadalach hashvishayna. And it's also his whole body. So you see, not like the pasuk. So the Chari Yisir B'Shmuel left out this din, because over here the halacha is oiker the mikra, the pasuk. So besides Zakti Gemara, you could say that Yishai also not just the din of Efer by Saita that it's kosher, but also the din that a mitzayra has to be migaleach kol sa'aray by taglach hashniim. So Zakti Gemara, the Gemara wants to matchet. Amar Nachman Yitzchak by Yitzchak, the mitzayra taglach hashniim is not a shir. Why? Kika chashav halacha ikeves mikra. What are we counting that halacha is oiker the mikra? Things that say mafurish, but ikeves midrabanan. This that mitzayra by taglach hashniim is only a din d'Rabbanan because it's not mafurish on the pasuk. Chacham just darshened it b'chlal prat d'chlal that he has a chiyuv taglachas, but it's not really mafurish in the pasuk. So it's interesting because technically it's mashma over here that it's not a din d'oraisa, or maybe the Gemara doesn't mean it's not a din d'oraisa. It just means it's not mafurish b'kra. It's learned that from din klal prat d'chlal. But L'maisa it's mavur in the Rambam. They bring from the Rambam Sefer Mitzvah Shurish Hasheni that the Rambam Taka says that anything is learned at a klal prat klal is Taka d'Rabbanon. The Ramban is masig on the Rambam. Okay, so it's a little bit of a shaila and Rishayim. Zakti Gemara Vayter, another d'chiyah on this what the Gemara is saying. Ma'asher da'ashir. Papa Amar Kikha Chasha. What's Reb Papa considering as halacha ikeves mikra, halacha ikeves v'ikeres. But ikeves u'meisefesi. Over here, the halacha is uprooting the pasuk, and it's being moisef on the pasuk. Because it's saying chutz that the pasuk says you have to, the areas that you have to migaleach, but it's being moisef. It's not uprooting; it's just being moisef, saying you have to do the whole guf. Another d'chiyah is Dr. Vashi or Vashi Amar. That the Mishnah holds that taglach hashni is like taglach rishayna. He learns it out from the pasuk and not from. He's saying you learn that from a pasuk and not from not the fact that halacha is a keves mikra. And he argues on the brayso and learns out from the pasuk that the magleach only kinis seir v'nira. Why? Because amasnisa mani Rabbi Shmoli the darish klali prati. This Mishnah that says that makam kinis seir v'nira is going like Rabbi Shmuel at Darshans and Kol HaTorah Klali Prati. A Klal Prat is Marba koma shekein prat. And therefore, b'tagalachs matayra, the kavanah of the Torah is to marba kein prat, which is mokum kinis seer venira. So Mele Shmuel is not going to be made. It could be Shmuel Taka holds that tagalachas shniya does not include all the hair on the whole body. That's Rashi's pshat. However, Zakti Gemara, the Mishnah holds that not like Rabbi Shmuel. The Mishnah holds that Estim Galech is whole guvei kedalas. So like Gemara Mani Rabbi Kiva the Darish Ribuye Mutai. Umiyute, the Mishnah would be going like Shitas Rabbi Kiva Darshans and call it Torah Ribimut and Darshans Ribimute. That the pasuk at the beginning is talking about, but even Klali, it's mashma everything. He has to cut, and then it's talking about even Prati, which is mashma dafka. This that's before in the pasuk, and it's come to Mayit. What's not Kena Prat, and when the Torah adds on another ribui, the kavana is to marba all the things and to marba what's not daimid to the klal to Mayit. So Taglach Mitzayir, Bekiva holds like that. It's like the more of the Tanya, just like we learned in the Brisa. This says riba, so that's a ribui that Mitzayir has to call Cyrus Gufay, and as Reish was Kodev Gabas Inav is a miyat that it's only Makom Kinis Venera, and the Lashon is called Cyrus Galech says after that Chazav Riba, so the Klal is coming to tell you riba miyat to riba call, even what's not Keina Prat. So therefore, my riba de kuli gufe, it's come marba kuli gufe, and even here that's not konas vener or my miyat, it's come to miyat because and I'm not doing it at all to the klal prat. It's miyat serish b'zeh chaytim. So it's come to miyat here that's in the nostrils that it does not have a chiv geluach. Zok Gemara my have Allah. How do we pass on lamaisa? Lamaisa does a for help by saita or not. So the Gemara brings a right. Tashman Amar Huna Bar Rashi. Amar Rav. Huna Rashi says the name of Rav. Ain't sham offer if you don't have dirt for the meisaita, maybe rakbuvis yarak. You bring something that comes out of wood that's rotten, which is like dirt, and you put it in the karka mishkan v'mekadesh, and you mekadesh it that it should be royu for meisaita. So you see, it's mutter to put rakbuvis yarak in place of offer. So who adds that Gemara? The maybe you could put Afer. So the Gemara of Allah, it's not a raya from Rav. Why? Because I could tell you Rakbuvis Yarak who have offer. I could tell you that's taka rotten wood and it became offer. However, Afer lo have offer, but Afer lamaisa ashes is not offer. So it's not doing McClow to karka mishkan. So you have no raya. Zakti Gemara right. The Mishnah says that it was enough that he put offer kadei sheira alamayim. So Zakti that it should be seen on the water. Zakti Gemara Tanurabanan shloisha tzrichim sheiro. The three that have to be seen. One is afar saita. It says in Midbar Parakeh Pasuk Zayin umina afar yikach hakayim and asal amayim, and it doesn't say v'nasam b'mayim. It's mashma that should not be nivla b'mayim. Rather, you should see it. Number two is Efer Paradum, the Efer Paradum, which says v'lokhu l'atome mi'afar sreifas hachatas v'nasan olav mayim chayim, and that on a person that's nitmut tumas meis, you spritz the Efer Para that's mixed the mayim in order to mitar him, and the halacha is that you have to the Efer has to be seen on the mayim. And the third thing is the roik of the yavam, Zakti Gemara, that a person that dies without children, and his brother does not want to be miyabim his wife. So it says in the pasuk when niksha yivim to elov, and it says v'yarka b'fanav in devarim parakhavei pasuk tes, and the halacha is what it is that the spit has to be near le'enei adiyadim. Shemishmal amru, Shemishmal says afdam tzibur, also a dam. Tzipor of Mitzayir, you have to be able to see it in the water. When a Mitzayir becomes tar, they bring two tziporim. One gets nishchat into a kli that has mayim, and you have to be able to see the blood in the mayim. That's what Shmuel adds on. Zot Gemara, my time in Shmuel. What's Pshat in Shmuel that holds also dam tzipor by mitzvah has to be that it's near b'mayim. Zot Gemara, the Chsiv, it says in Vayikra Paragudal Pasuk Vav, Toval Oisam ve'es hatzipor achaya b'dam hatzipor hashchuta al hamayim. The Tanya we learned in Brisa. If it would just say b'dam, then Yochol, I might think that you have to dip it with the matbal dafka and the dam of the tzibur ashchuta, and you don't veloi b'mayim, and you don't have to dip it in the mayim, also in the mayim. Talmud loymar, it says b'mayim. Talmud loymar, it says b'mayim. So the Gemara, it says, that's why it says b'mayim, so the Mepharshim really speak out. On this pasuk it doesn't say mayim. This pasuk it says al hamayim. But some Mepharshim say it's going on the pasuk before that. It says b'mayim. Okay. Let's talk to Gemara. In any case, if it would just say mayim, I might think b'mayim v'le b'dam. Talmud leimer b'dam. So it has to say both of them, b'dam and b'mayim. Okay, so how do you answer both psukim? Talk to Gemara. Maybe mayim shadam tzibur nikah behen. You bring mayim, the shear that the dam tzibur is nicker in it, and how much is that shear that the dam has to be in the mayim? A shear of revius. Frakti Gemara v'Rabbanan that don't hold that the dam has to be nicker. What are they dashing from the psukim of badam and mayim? Zakti Gemara hahu legufei. It's coming for the guf in Nazar. The pasuk saying atbol badam mayim. That you should just dip it in the dam and the mayim, and even if the dam is not a nicker, it's okay, as long as it was dipped in both of them. Frakti Gemara, Rabbi Shmuel, that says the dam is nicker lechayra, the pasuk is needed legufay, that you have to be matol dam and mayim. So the Gemara, im kain lichtar rachmanav a tawal behem. Let it just say a tawal behem would be enough. But dam umayim ubamayim lamali. Why does it say specify both of them? So the Gemara is telling you the nicker that the dam should be nicker. Frakti Gemara v'Rabbanan that says that the pasuk is nichtav legufoy. Why does it say b'dam u'mayim, and it does not say? Why does it need to say? Why does it need to say b'dam u'mayim? Why is it not enough? It says b'hem. So the Gemara because of Chaman v'tal b'hem havamina ha'lechudei v'alechudei. I might think they should prepare a kli with dam and a separate kli with mayim, and it'd be toil in one, and then afterwards in the second one. Because Chaman of dam and mayim tell you. La'arvan, they should be mixed together. In fact, Gemara b'shmal, how does it dashim b'dam and mayim? To come and tell you dam should be nicker in the mayim. L'chor, maybe you need to tell you that you should mix them together. Zok Gemara la'arvan krachri nikser. B'shmal holds another pasuk. It says in Vayikra Paragidal pasuk hey v'shachat tzibur echos al kli cheres al mayim chaim. So you see that you shaycha the tzibur into the kli with water, and the dam and the mayim is mixed in. So the dam and the mayim, you learn out that the dam has to be nicker. In fact, Gemara Rabbanan, what do Rabbanan do with that pasuk? The Gemara Imahu, Rabbanan would say from that pasuk of v'shachat tzibur echos hava amina lishchatei samach lamana. I may think they have to shecht it close to kli with mayim, and it continually v'niktinu live ridin, and you should hold on to the vridin between his fingers, that the dam should not go into the kli of mayim. L'kabel dam b'mona achrina, and b'kabel dam in another kli. Kamash malon the pasuk b'dam mayim, that he has to mix the dam and the mayim in one kli. Now the Gemara is going to clear another shaila. Boy minei Reb Yirmiyah Reb Zera. Yirmiyah cleared a shaila. He asked Reb Zera when he shechs a big tzipor that has a lot of dam. So when the Torah shechs a big tzipor which has more dam than a small tzipor, umatchas asamayim, and it pushes out the water until it's not even nicker because there is so much dam in it. So it's not even noticeable there's water. And what happens if katana, if shechs a small bird that has a little bit of dam, v'nitchas m'nei hamayim, and it's a nitchas because of the revius of mayim. So mao, is it kosher and is enough revius? Or maybe you say that you have to be marbo u'mayit in the shir mayim kefi how much dam there is. So if it's a very big bird, you have to add more mayim. So didn't I tell you that you should not be mefakuk in shiurim that the chacham were keveya? B'tzipar dror shir rabbanon. When the chacham made their shir, when the keveya the shir v'yas mayim, they were mishar. They estimated a bird on a bird. They meant a bird that is called tzipar dror, which that's what you bring tzipar mitzayir from. And ein lecha gedoyla shamatches samayim. And you don't have a large bird in this min that's matcha the shir v'yas mayim because of its dam. Ve'ein lecha ketana, you don't have in this min tzipar dror a small enough bird that would be nidches because of the reviyas mayim, that the dam wouldn't be necker. Okay, so you're saying you don't have, it's just not the case. Doesn't seem like pshat is because the birds don't grow big or don't come small. That's more like as one-size birds. Seems like it means that the chacham kaveh is shear, and it doesn't change according to the size of the bird. Zok the Gemara by the Gemara brings a machlekes the gam and sinas offer mayim. Tanur rabbanon learned hiktim offer l'mayim. What happens if you put the offer in the kli before you put the mayim in? Pasul. It's pasul because it says by midbar parakei. Pasuk Yizayim and Pasuk Min ha'afar yikach hakayim and nosan el hamayim. It's masha the mayim comes first, and it says v'asal hakayim is kala Torah azoy. So Torah is makbir that dafka has to be like the seder that is written in the parasha l'gabi soita. So that's the shit's tanakama. Reb Shimon machshir. However, Reb Shimon is machshir. So my time Reb Shimon was a machshir chsiv because it says by paradum of lachol atamia afar seifas achatas. Should take the tamia from the afar seifas achatas v'tanya. And the Brisa says, Amar Reb Shimon, V'chi afar hu is the Valefer, is there dirt left over from the Sreifas Achatas by Paraduma, or is it ashes? So the Brisa says, Shina Akasav Mashmoy Lodin Imen Exer Shava. The Pasuk changed its lashon to be done Exer Shava. Nemar Kan, it says by Mechatas afar, and Nemar Lahalam by Soita, it says afar, Malalam by Soita. The mitzvah of the chatchila, you should put the offer al gabi mayim. Af kama mechatas chatchila, you should put the offer al gabi mayim. And another thing that Gzera Shava teaches us, a makan hiktam offer lamayim kosher. Just like mechatas, he puts the offer first and then mayim, it's kosher. Af lahalon hiktam offer lamayim kosher. So too Zakar Shimon by Saita, if he puts the offer first and then the mayim, it's kosher. Zok Gemara v'hasam by chatas. How do you know that if he's makdam offer lamayim, it's kosher? Taka. Zok Gemara trey. Ksiv, it says two psukim by mechatas. Ksiv, it says v'lachol atamia afar seifas achatas v'nosan olav mayim. So you see that the afer is bereisha. You see the afer comes first, and then goes the mayim on top of it. Uchsiv, and it says weiter over there by mechatas that mayim chayim al kali. So you see mayim bereisha. Mayim comes first, and nothing else is chayz between it. So you see the afer comes after the mayim. So how do you answer these two psukim? Ratzah is nice and Ratzah is nice. If you want, you can put the afer first. Teretz is either one's fine. Or if you want, you can put the mayim first, and it's not ma'akiv. So Memela, Reb Shimon holds huadin legabi dam tzipar by mitzayra. Also, it doesn't make a difference which one you put first. The mayim would offer. Zok the Gemara weiter. I'm sorry, the Gabi Saita. Who are the Gabi Saita? It doesn't make a difference if you put the mayim or offer first. Zaktimar over Abban on the whole that by Saita, if you mark them to offer to the mayim, it's possible. The Chari they would hold, but Mechatas, if you mark them afer to the mayim, it's possible. And they'll say that Zaktimar and Rabban is going to hold that El Kelly is Dafka. They should first put the mayim, and all of us telling you that after the Sinus afer and mayim, La'arvan, it's going to tell you that you have to mix it and turn over the water with the afer. For the Gemara, how do Rabbanan know that Al Kelly is telling you dafka and Olav is telling you to mix it? Ema Olav dafka, say that Olav is dafka and you have to be makdim the afer to the mayim, and say Al Kelly is telling you that tehechi yusim bekli. That it's coming to tell you that in this kli you have to get the water from the well straight into the kli. and not that you should put it in another kli and then put it into this kli. So Gemara mamatzin b'chol makom machshul maylo. By Sota you find that the afar, which is machshul mayim pashko, is put on top of the mayim. And by dam tzibur mitzora you find, which is machshul mayim fa'azov for mitzora, is also put on top of mayim. So afkam b'mechatos, Rabbanon hold, you could explain that the afer, which is machshir mayim fa'azah, also has to be lamayla, just like you find by tzipor and by saita. So afkan machshir lamayla, the afer has to also be on top. And Memela, that's where Rabbanon hold that El Kelly is telling you about Afka, and Olav is teaching you that you have to mix them together.